Yeah, so the big reason was to get approved to play as soon as possible for the national team. I had to pick up the passport, and yeah, basically that was it. It was a very quick trip. I was longer in the plane than in Jakarta, but yeah, it was a very successful trip, and yeah, had some good conversations there, and a lot of fans wanted a lot of pictures. So yeah, it was also a bit overwhelming, but it's good in a way, and yeah, it was beautiful to see. Yeah, I want to play for Indonesia because first of all it's a tribute to my grandmother. She passed away I think a month ago, and I was very close with her. She cooked me, she learned me how to cook, and yeah, our last conversations before she passed away were about this, and yeah, I saw in the smile in her eyes that it meant a lot to her. So when I was there yesterday, yeah, it was a very special feeling. And then so that's a little bit the personal side, and then if you look to the soccer side, it's yeah, there's endless opportunities there. We're on the verge of qualifying for the Olympics in August. We're very close to qualifying for the World Cup in 2026 in America, which will be a full circle moment. And then yeah, I think stuff like that adds up, you know. And yeah, and it's just I'm very grateful and blessed to have that opportunity. And also, yeah, the people there are so friendly, and yeah, it feels like home if you're there. So yeah. She lived there, I think, for 5-6 years, and then born there, lived there for 5-6 years, and then the Second World War came out, and then she was for a couple of years in the Japanese punish camps, and then after that, after some years, she went back to Holland with a boat, and then she came back for a couple of years, and then she went back to Holland. So so yeah, she. Yeah, it's just it's part of history. But yeah, she always talked with yeah, a lot of gratefulness about that time there, especially the time before the war. In the war, she lost her mother, for example, in the punishment camps. But yeah, she always talked with such high respect of the nation and the country, and yeah, she was a huge influence in my life. So yeah. That's why it's like a tribute to her. Yeah, what I want to achieve is putting Indonesia on the soccer map. I think yeah, it's a huge country, 300 million people, and their number one sport, what they love, is football or soccer. And yeah, I think we if you see the amount of support that they get, if you see the amount of potential that is there, I think yeah, it's just to fulfill that potential and yeah, bring big tournaments to that country. And if you saw now, they played the Asia Cup under 23. They knocked out Korea in the past rounds. And if you saw the stadiums there and how full it was on the streets, and everyone was in Indonesia kids, I think that's something that you want like every time. And the only thing what in my mind was, what if we can bring a World Cup, for example, to this country? And yeah, it will be amazing. And off the field, I also want to be leading by example and have a huge impact there. And still have to see in what kind of way we can do that. But yeah, definitely yeah, some huge plans there. Yeah, it feels very cool, of course, to have that amount of support. I try to not to be carried away with it. Yeah, I just love that they give me the love since already 3 years, where they are asking me to play for the national team, and I think yeah, now was the right timing, and yeah, just want to give back what they all gave me. So on the pitch.